Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report for Thursday, May 17th, show number 281. Scott Hammer and Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter from the John Young Racing for First Responders, Dave Kemmer studio.
Yeah.
Had a computer crash
We
before.
did. Sorry about our normal punctual start there, folks.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The main computer just kind of...
It just decided to take a nap.
Did. We peaked out at number 145 on the Apple Podcasts in Australia.
All right.
Yeah. In the leisure automotive category once again. So our Australian audience is stepping it up once again.
Yeah. And it's wintertime over there, so now they're looking for things to do.
Yes. Well, they should come here.
Yeah.
Lots going on tonight. Tonight on the show, we'll be speaking with Ryan Missler, a winner last week at Attica Raceway Park, the late models out there. Also leading the points. Again, 5-time champion out at Attica. And then I just got a whole bunch of texts about some breaking news, apparently. So I'll have to check that at some point and find out what I'm missing here. Before we get things started, I want to mention freeze frame photos for all your racing photo needs, from action shots to victory lane. Working on all kinds of custom gift items with freeze frame photos on there. You can get victory lane photos, action shot photos. If you can think of it, they can do it, pretty much. That's pretty much it. I'm laying down the gauntlet there.
Oh, boy.
Charlie can get it done. They do have the freeze frame kids night. That's returning to Oakshade Raceway. Yeah, it's sold out, but cool thing for the kids, though. Bring them out. First 50 kids through the gate will get a ticket they can redeem at any time during the night for a free 4x6 photo of their choice. Call Charlie, 419-476-9978 for any of your photo needs.
Tell Charlie needs to stock up.
And you can probably start booking for next year.
On Scott Hammer shots. Yeah,
there's probably going to be a lot of those sold, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Well, actually, the kids will want them for free because nobody wants to pay for those. That's what I'm thinking. Freeze frame photos, special moments frozen in time. Oakshade Raceway going to try and get the season started this weekend. Mother Nature hasn't been too cooperative for them out there.
No.
They did have some practice on Sunday. I saw a lot of video of different cars out there on Sunday. So optimistic that we'll have the weekend weather pit stop forecast a little bit later. But optimistic, I think we'll get it in. Full show. Gates open at 4. Racing at 7. $14 adult general admission to get in out there. Big D's Pizza in Clyde. Give them a call right now, 419-547-1444, or order online at orderbigdspizza.com. Check out the new chicken cordon bleu sandwich with rancher honey mustard, only $6.99, or the chicken parmesan meal featuring chicken parmesan with spaghetti, salad with dressing, and a breadstick for just $9.75. Big D's in Clyde, big on taste, not on price, and we'll be giving away some Big D's Pizza a little bit later on tonight. Also have to thank DCR Graphics, Ron Miller Race Cars, and Headhunters Barber Studio and Salon for helping sponsor the program here tonight. So without further ado, how about we bring in our guest here, Mr. Ryan Missler.
I see he's in the green room. He snuck in.
Yeah, well, here, let's pop that off, and let's remove this guy. Mr. Missler, how's it going?
Hey, guys. Good. How are you doing?
Good, Rye.
Mr. Missler. I like that. It's like Mr. It's something different. Congratulations on the win the other night. I'm supposed to ask, do you have a nickname of YouTube? YouTube Missler?
YouTube Missler? I don't think I've heard that before.
Or just plain YouTube?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't think so.
YouTube Missler. You could accept that one, couldn't you, Ryan?
Yeah. That'd be fine, I guess, around here locally.
Well, your YouTube. I mean, we've talked to you a couple times. The first time we had you on, you had just started the YouTube, your weekly race recaps, I guess, and it's kind of expanded, and you kind of do one or two a week now. How big has your audience grown since you first started?
So you guys hear me all right? I
yes.
got these. Okay, good. So
you're doing great.
Thanks. So I tell people a lot, and the teams doing the YouTube channel and promoting themselves for try to get sponsors or viewership or whatever, has really grown in the last couple of years. And sometimes I go down the rabbit hole on YouTube and just see what new teams have started. There's quite a few.
Yeah, you were a trendsetter.
We did start it. This is our 7th season.
Wow.
Doing YouTube. So when we started, nobody was watching. It seemed like it took, a couple years to. It literally did take a couple years to get out of the hundreds of subscribers. We were doing it, and I knew that we were going. I didn't know that we were going to do as good as we were doing now, but and I think there's a long ways to go too. Not saying that we're the best at what we do, but it just seemed like it took a long time to get out of the couple hundred subscribers. It's like we made 50 videos, right? And it seemed like nobody cared. Nobody cares, but we just kept plugging away at it, and yeah, so we're on our 7th season, and we have just shy of 13,000 subscribers.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Now, do you make much money off of this, Ryan, or is it just?
It supports his whole racing career.
I'm sure. Well, I mean,
just read the comments on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm a millionaire.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know there are a lot of the guys like the Hunt to Front gang. They're making big money off of their videos. Yeah. I didn't know if it was profitable for you or an ego thing, or if it's proven to be worthwhile.
So we get paid from Google, right? Google owns YouTube, and you get paid by every 1,000 subscribers. I get asked this a lot. So you can get paid anywhere from $2 for every thousand, or I said that wrong. It's not subscribers, it's views on your videos, not subscribers. Okay. It's every 1,000 views on your video, you'll get either anywhere from $2 every 1,000 to $10 every 1,000. So the more that you create and the more popular your video is, the more you make. So it varies. So if we have, say, 10,000 views on a video and we average $5, that was 5,000 per 1,000 views. That's $50 on that video.
So you're not
going to retire anytime soon.
You need a couple million views.
Yeah, if you can have a couple million views, you're making 10 grand, say, or so per video.
That's not
or
bad.
More. But that's not where these guys are. I mean, this is paying them guys pretty good. Whoever the YouTuber is, that's getting a lot of views. That's not where they're making their most money. Their most money is being made by the sponsorships that they get for the advertisements or product placement in the video.
Sure.
That's worth more than what Google pays is pretty much peanuts.
Gotcha.
For it. So it's worthwhile to me. The YouTube paying us, a couple $100 a month is fine, and we'll gladly take it, But we've gained sponsorship from people in different parts of the country that watch and want to be associated with us and our race team. That's where it's paid off for me doing it, and that's one of the reasons why I started it.
And that's a pretty big deal.
It is, and racing's not getting cheaper. So
you noticed that too?
Yeah, it's worse than ever.
So did you think that you would become a YouTube expert that you are? I consider you a YouTube expert from before you start 8 years ago, before you started doing it.
I don't consider myself a YouTube expert. I don't watch much, but when I do, I'm trying to learn, and I'll watch other channels and try to pick up stuff, and there's a lot of people doing a lot better than us, but then I have an excuse for it because it's not my main thing. maybe if it was my main thing, I'd be doing it a lot differently. But it's not my main thing. I'm at work right now still, so. But I would have left work by now, but I stuck around. But this is about the time that I would leave, around 7:00 usually during the day, during the week.
Let's talk a little bit more about racing here. Focus less on YouTube, but I am jealous of your YouTube file. We just started doing our YouTube about a year or two ago, and I think we're in the hundreds. So we got a ways to go.
Yeah, and just keep plugging away. And try to think outside the box. And what's the things that really blow up on YouTube is the outrageous stuff, and there's one trick, if anybody's listening, it's basically two. Your title and your thumbnail photo of your video really helps people to click on it, even if it's a little misleading. So if there's a little bit of clickbait or an outrageous thing that you can kind of stretch the truth on your photo or your title to get people to watch it, you got to do that. That's like, your content's got to be good for the long run for people to keep watching. But to get them to click on it, there's so many people making stuff. You got to have that, and that's something that I struggle with. Is taking the time. I'm usually in a hurry creating the title and putting a picture on for YouTube, but that's a big deal.
Well, we're going to change the title of this to 10 Things You Must Do to Your Race Car. Right now, or else, or something like that.
If you want to win, do this.
There you go. See, Ron's on it. And like you said, Ryan, we've been doing it on Facebook for much longer, which we can't really profit off of. But we have gotten hooked up with Dean Henry over at Big D's, DCR Graphics, Freeze Frame Photo. I mean, we get the sponsors that way that kind of help things out. We don't get paid directly from any of the platforms, unfortunately. But anyways, focusing on the racing, your 19th career win on Friday night, your first win of the season, and it took you a while to get past Justin Chance. What happened in that race?
It was, I mean, he was running really good. I was worried. I really was. I was trying to run as hard as I could on the bottom, and the top was a little bit choppy entering turn 3, and I don't know. The cautions would come out at the wrong times. There was a lot of cautions in that feature, and a red flag, not for the race, but for somebody in the pits that got hurt. But no, I said, I told myself that I would just ride in the bottom. There's a caution with 7 laps to go, and I just ride on the bottom for a couple laps more. And if I didn't catch him, I was going to jump up top and try my best, and try to throw a slider on him or something. But the bottom worked out, and once I got around him, I moved up on the track, and the car was pretty good.
So what is it about Attica that you've had so much success there? What is it?
Probably a million laps.
Okay. That you consider Attica then your home track?
Yeah, it's 20 minutes away. Yeah.
Gotcha. So no, I just lost my place here. You're back to your videos. Have you ever had any that have been demonetized or pulled down for any reason?
Yeah, usually just a copyright infringement, like music that we didn't realize was playing in the background, but somehow it gets picked up. We did 37 videos in a row back in February, end of February and in March, getting the race car ready to go. And one of the videos, we went down to George Lee's shop and Jimmy Humphrey's chicken farm. And when we went into George Lee's, he had Bob Seger playing. Didn't know that. and you can't have Bob Seger playing, I guess, on a YouTube video. So they wouldn't let us monetize that video, but it got a couple thousand views, $10-20, whoop-de-doo. We were just concentrating on making those videos every day, and that was a lot of work. We put a lot of work into those things, and sometimes it's like it's not paying off, but making YouTube videos is a lot of work, and I couldn't do it without Christian. He's been with me since we started. Christian's my video editing guru. He's edited every video we've ever put out, and I think we've got over 300. So,
and he's stuck with you all these years.
Yeah.
What's he get out of it?
I split the YouTube money with him. So.
Oh, okay.
So if we make $300 a month, we're actually only making $150 because half of it goes to Christian.
So you could almost go visit Big D's Pizza.
Right.
What do you mean almost?
Hi, Dean.
You get a lot of Big D's Pizza. So I know a couple weeks ago you kind of ruffled the feathers of this guy over here with one of your videos. Has that happened before? Has there been some videos that have stirred things up a little bit with other drivers?
I
would think that would be good for views too.
Well, yeah. So that's definitely not my focus, is to drive views through controversy. That's not my focus. But it definitely sells. So what was your question, Scott?
So have you had any other videos that caused any controversies?
Yeah, I don't know if videos have, not in recent years that I remember. No, not really. Not really. Me and Schlenk's got into it. That's not a secret. But it's been a few years since.
What happened with Schlenk? I'm curious.
Oh, at Oakshade. At Oakshade, there was some contact in a heat race, but that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Scott, to clear it up, the video that you're talking about was handled quite nicely between Ryan and Steve, and I think everybody's okay now. And where I was coming from, Scott, I've been involved I have been racing for 60 years. My racing is older than most of the guys out there.
I've been racing longer than I've been around.
And I just call them like I see them. And I sure hope nobody's offended, but rank does have its privilege.
Now, you have this thing called the Inner Circle. What is that all about, and what does that get you?
Yeah, so if people want to see more behind the scenes with us and get more interaction with me and the crew and the race team, you can join our Inner Circle, and that gets you. We'll send you a link to download an app on your phone, and you get videos, daily videos, pretty much, of us in the shop, and you're able to have video conversations with us, in the shop, and interact, and you just get different privileges if you're on one of the higher tiers. You can get your name on the car. You get shout outs in our YouTube videos. But the majority of our people, our Inner Circle people, they pay between $5 and $25 a month. Most of them $5 to $10 a month, and we send them that app, and we interact every day. We got a pretty good bond with people that are in our Inner Circle, and there's not really a whole lot of turnover in it. Everybody that's in it seems to be happy. But you can go check that out. That's it's on my social media. It's below every YouTube video in the description. the link. It's through Patreon, and you can sign up through there. But it's pretty cool. I've done a fan club for a long time, and it's a lot of fun. And the inner circle was something that I started years ago. That it was just a boost in. I used to do it differently. It wasn't a subscription service. It was just a one time, and you get the whole year. And it was usually cash money. But now we do it this way, through Patreon. So a lot of the old timers or guys that have been around racing a long time, they're like, I don't want to do anything with that technology. I just want to here's $100, But
so it's not like an OnlyFans. I was a little worried when I saw that.
OnlyFans. No.
Okay.
Definitely not like that.
Okay.
Well, the subscription service is similar to that.
The content is totally
The
different.
content is different.
Okay.
And it's pay-per-view, Scott.
Sure. I guess kind of like Flow is Flow Racing's kind of pay-per-view. So what are your goals or plans for the rest of the 2023 race season? You running for the championship at Attica?
I didn't even know that I was leading the points till you said that.
Congratulations, by the way.
Well darn.
Thanks. I wasn't leading the points, so I think by default, I think Schlenk and Drown not coming, I believe I was probably catapulted to the lead this last race. But no, I feel we've been running good. We'll be running good. I had an off night the other week there, and went back to our usual thing, and the car felt a lot better. But our plans are we're gonna hit different places. This weekend we're going to Jim Dunn Memorial at Muskegum, 10,000 to win. Go down there and try not to get our ass beat, and try to keep up. That place I've raced there twice, and it's beat us both times. So we're trying to get better there. Try to support the tracks when they have some better paying shows, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 to win shows, where we think we have a chance. And, and going and racing against the Lucas Oil guys on a track that we don't normally race at is not something that I want to go and do. It's not, I'm practical with my racing. We got one car and one motor that's, got about 850 laps on it, and we gotta be smart and race on the smaller tracks where we think we got a shot at winning.
So watching your dollars kind of precludes like Eldora, maybe.
Yeah, we don't plan on going to Eldora this year. It's just not in the cards.
It's hard on motors.
Oh yeah, it's definitely hard on motors. It's hard on everything. You can tear up a lot of shit down there. Yeah. Can I cuss, Scott? Am I allowed to curse?
Shit, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, Eldora's it's hard on stuff for sure, and we struggle down there, and and I don't know it'll definitely lap out your motor pretty quick going down there, but
right.
It's just not in the cards this year. It doesn't make sense for me to go down there.
You didn't really answer my initial question about running for the championship at Attica. Is that
well, he danced around it. I thought he did all right.
He did a good dance. I was just there's no definitive plans there. Maybe not.
Well, part of me wants to, but there's races that compete with Friday nights at Attica that I want to go to this year. So
what are some of the other big races that you're looking to hit this year?
Hilltop runs on Friday nights, and they have a couple 5,000 to win races that I want to go to.
Any summer national dates?
Just Oakshade and Wayne County.
You're not going to do that 1 week thing?
No.
With
you'd have to take off work.
Yeah, that's true. But with UMP doing their points on a weekly basis this year, it kind of makes sense to hit that week.
Yeah, I don't even know. I know Butler's there in like Shady Hill or Shady something.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is.
Indiana.
Okay. So, and I don't know what the other ones are, but like Scott said, is if racing and doing the YouTube thing was my number one, oh for sure I'd be doing that. But we got the machine shop here, and we got my family and about 6 other guys that rely on this. So I got to be here. So that's also the other side of things. And usually if I get racing a whole lot, I get in a bad mood because it usually don't win, Ron, if you don't know that.
Never noticed. Ryan, you run really well, and I respect that. And it's really tough being a businessman and a racer. Firsthand experience, I can tell you that.
I wanted to get your opinion on something. We talked to Rusty Schlenk last week about this. Subject came up about slide jobs. What constitutes a clean slide job? What's a dirty slide job? What is it about the art of slide jobs? What's your opinion on that?
First of all, you're at the mercy of who you're sliding. So
to not get into the rear of you?
Correct. That's the first thought. I've thrown sliders on guys that I absolutely should not have because we got tanked after it. So that's your number one. Like, who you can.
Is it justified though for them to turn you around after you pull a slider? Is that dirty? Where's the line at?
I guess what Scott's asking is if the guy has to hit the brakes, is that fair game?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. If it depends how hard they have to hit the brakes. If I would say a slide job is good, it's a good clean slide job if the guy is able to brake, turn, and drive underneath you.
That's it.
He's got to be able to. He's got to be able to see you. If you're coming up in there and it's like the guy scares you, you didn't even know he was there. Like he didn't even pull up beside you on the back stretch or the front. He didn't even pull up beside you to let you see him coming. And he surprises you and he gives you zero room. You can ass pack him till tomorrow.
then it's okay. You have a free card there.
It's okay. Yeah.
Well, we were talking to Tyler Rankin last week too, a 410 sprint car driver, and his opinion from a sprint car driver was a little bit different. It was basically, if you get by him and you don't touch him, it's clean. It's good.
Well, and the one thing he did say, and I guess a lot of us didn't know, that the wing really dirties up the air on the car behind, and it really stalls the slidey out.
Is there any aero involved with the late models in a slide job?
Oh yeah, if you're really close and take the air off somebody's nose, they're going to push, hit the cushion, and hold the nose under.
Yeah,
sure.
While we're talking about that, Ryan,
Uh-oh.
What's your thought about the current state of late model aero issues? Should they even be a thing in dirt late model racing?
Should the aero issues be a thing?
Yeah, or should the sanctioning bodies start working to take the aero out?
I think then the question is how.
Yeah,
I can come up with hows.
Okay.
Yeah, the nose is a huge deal, and the decks, lower decks are a big deal. And guys are shifting their roofs all the way over to the left, and there's still a lot that you can do, I guess, with the body rules, and that's what all those big guys get. That's why they get paid the big bucks, to think outside the box and work within the box that they're allowed to within the body rule package. But I don't know, the noses are humongous and they're sealed off, and I don't know. I don't know if the racing would be better or not. The late model racing is pretty good right now, I think. But I don't know what the right answers are. It's probably for somebody smarter than me.
Well, didn't Tony Stewart start like a racers group for sprint car drivers? Is there one for late model drivers?
I don't think so.
Maybe Ron needs to start one of those.
There we go.
So I saw you got some new shirts available. I mean, we're both sporting our Missler
Yeah, you
shirts
guys look.
a few years
You guys
ago.
look good tonight.
We planned on it.
Thanks. How can people get the new Ryan Missler shirts?
So you can go to ryanmissler.com and click on the shop button at the top of the page, and they'll be right there.
Do you bring them with you to the track?
We do. We
Sell them
do. The new shirts are not in yet. They will be coming in any day. But we try to have. We're pretty picked over right now, but we still have some shirts from last year, and years past that we carry with us. Not many.
Is the swag end of the business, is that Amber's responsibility?
Yes.
Now is she still doing her sweet treats too?
Yep. She does them. Mainly does those just for racers and at the track,
right.
Race fans. Yep.
Right. Now, Scott, that was one thing. I would never, ever have said anything in our little debate that would have put me in jeopardy of losing Miss Amber's sweet treats.
You'll have to let us know, if you get to Oakshade before the birthday race so that we can make some arrangements
to get some up, yeah.
Yeah, so we can be the first in line for some treats.
Oh, we'll be there. We'll be there for the Varney. And we'll probably be there probably before that too, just to get our Oakshade fix and see if we ain't got a good handle on the race car for it.
Speaking of area tracks, what track that you race, not necessarily on a weekly basis, but on a somewhat regular basis, what track would you say has the toughest weekly late model competition?
So like a place that I go to like a couple times a year or something?
Sure.
A weekly?
Yeah. Like Wayne County.
If you go to Wayne County, Doug Drown's won every race there this year. He's really good there. So is Markham. Markham's really good there. And so J.R. Gentry's good there too. But down at Muskegum, I'm terrible. I've been terrible there, and a couple of their locals beat me last year at the end of the year. So there's some good dudes down there.
So it sounds like you needed a little more practice down at Muskegum then.
Definitely.
Maybe you could buddy up with one of the regulars down there, and they can give you some setup hints, tips.
Maybe. I don't know.
You can bribe them with the treats, the sweet treats.
There you go.
I'm just trying to help you out here. Ryan, we appreciate the time. Again, you're going to Muskegon this weekend?
Yep, going there Saturday.
Okay. Is that's it then? No Friday night? I know Attica just has the sprint cars.
Yeah, just Saturday. If we race twice in one weekend, that's a special weekend for our team. So we'll be doing something.
Last weekend was pretty special then. You did 2 nights. You got first at Attica and third at Wayne County on Saturday then.
Yeah, it was. We were going to go to Oakshade, and they rained out.
I.
Yeah, we were going to go there, but it rained out, so we're like, well, we could probably go to Wayne County and do a little testing there. So that's how we treated it. And those guys, first and second, Drown and Gentry, they were on the economy tires, and that was the last week for them. And me and Devin Shields went down, and he got fourth, and we were on the new tire. So, which if you got economies, they're definitely a better tire than the new tires that are like the LMs. So I felt we did pretty good considering we were on those tires. So that's how we treated that. So it was just a it was a test session and it was successful.
Do you feel that the new compound Hoosier tires are the same as the LMs, the way Hoosier claims, or do you think they're a little different?
No, they're different.
That was a quick answer.
Yep.
They're softer. They're softer, or they don't hold up to the heat as well.
All right.
Interesting. So you don't have any of the older tires left anymore?
Oh yeah. I don't know if we have. At the beginning of the year, yeah, we had some 20s left. I might have a 30 left. That were new, but I don't know. I gotta check the few tires. I think we used up all our 20s, so we're on to the 2s and the 3s.
Chris says that means you have to buy more. So again, if people want to follow Ryan Missler, you got Facebook, Ryan Missler Racing, your website again.
It's ryanmissler.com.
Okay.
Any sponsors you need to thank?
Oh yeah, I should thank them all. There's as many as I can remember. I got to thank Weekly Electric, MGX Technologies, Jackson Farms, LK Home Improvements, Kepling Flooring, Handy Graphics, Spirit Shine and Solutions, SES Gearbox, AccuForce, Rocket Chassis, Stack Panels, York Fabrication. There's more. That's good.
That's good. All right, man. Good luck this weekend at Muskegon. And like I said, with two of our guests all the time, usually they go on and win. So maybe this will be your weekend.
You're going to get that Muskingum curse off your back.
There you go.
Hey, I hope so.
Ryan, thanks a lot, buddy.
Yep, appreciate it.
Yep, we'll see you.
Yeah.
There you go. Ryan Missler, point leader at Attica Raceway Park, headed to Muskegon this weekend. Attica actually got some semi-breaking news that came out earlier today about the show tomorrow, where they have the World of Outlaws. We're going to be running 305s, 1,200 to win. That has been postponed. We'll talk about that later. The 305 portion, the World of Outlaws are still going to be racing, but that's it. Just the World of Outlaws sprint cars, and they pushed the start time up to 7, I do believe. Yeah. But we'll cover all that here in just a bit. And we got some Sandusky Speedway news, too, that seems to be breaking. It's been breaking all week. Yeah, it's free pretty much this weekend.
Darn near.
Well, no. For according to a text I got as we were coming on, I know it was like 500 and some. The first 500 were free.
583.
Yeah, something like that. I
think was the number. Yeah.
That was the last number I had, and then I got a message here, and I don't have confirmation on that. But Chris is watching, so he can tell me that it was free for everybody now, and they were still having the $1 hot dogs, $1 pops, $1 beers, which was the original plan. It was a $1 night anyways. Right. So now you get to save $1, or if you're bringing your family of 4, you're going to save $4.
Yeah.
So, we'll talk more. It's free. Chris, he says right there. So, free to come watch. Not free to go in the pits. I'm sure you have to buy a pit pass for that. So, Muskegon County, that Ryan's going to be racing is going to be on XR Plus, apparently, if you have that streaming service.
I don't think we do.
I don't know. Sometimes we do.
Yeah.
So, anyway. We do have some action from last weekend, as a matter of fact. Quite a bit of it. Check out our Racing Roundup.
Racing Roundup.
Nope, that's not making me bigger. Here we go. I was wondering when I looked at the screen, I thought you were the only one on there for a minute. I was like, oh, no, I'm the little postage stamp. Attica Raceway Park, this past Friday night, the Attica Fremont Championship Series 410s, Skylar G. from Alberta, Canada, picking up the win there. Ryan Missler, of course, late model winner, and Jedrzejek. Thank you. Brainless guy gets that much better than I do. He picked up the 305 feature win there Friday night at Attica. Toledo Speedway, their season opener Friday night as well. Ken Schrader, he's liking the school bus thing. He picked up the win there in the school bus figure 8.
There could be something in his future there, full time.
Yeah, he'll have to sell his
touring series with school buses.
Ryan Allen picked up the late model sportsman win.
How
Josh,
about Ron Allen.
what did I say?
You said Ryan.
Yeah, it says Ron. I don't know why I said Ryan.
Good.
I was probably looking at your shirt.
Because our last guess, yeah.
Ron Allen picked up the late model sportsman win. Josh Bunning, the factory stock winner there at Toledo Speedway on Friday night. Limaland on Friday night, not quite as lucky. Brendan Rassel picked up his first career Thunderstock feature win, and then it rained. So the rest of the show was washed out. The Midgets Modifieds and the Dirt Track Truck Series action will be made up on Friday, June 16th. There will be double features that night.
All right.
Flat Rock Speedway on Saturday. Chris Benson was the winner for the Outlaw Super Late Models. Lance Lipasek was the Street Stock A main. Ian Jezilo. Jezilo.
Okay.
You just give it.
Ian Jezilo.
Yeah, he picked
Go
up.
ahead.
He picked up the win in the Street Stock B. Dennis Wiseman Jr. Dennis Wiseman. I'm just gonna make up new names for everybody.
Yeah.
Dennis Wiseman Jr. picked up the figure 8 win there at Flat Rock. Oakshade got rained out. Fremont Speedway, they were in action Saturday night. Skylar G made it a clean sweep of the weekend, picked up his 13th career win in the AFCS 410 Sprint Car feature. Paul Weaver, the AFCS 305 winner, and Jamie Miller picking up the win in the dirt trucks.
Yay.
Sandusky Speedway, these are all the same as the week before, the same winners, except for one. Clayton Oliver picking up the Renegade feature, Brooke Tucker, the beginner stock, Brandon Bailey, the All-American Iron, and the only different winner from the week before was Bobby Justice, who picked up the pure stock feature win.
Well, fine.
Butler Motor Speedway on Saturday night, it was Corbin Gurley picking up the 410 Sprint feature win. Our guest last week, Tyler Rankin, finished third. Jimmy McCune out there back where all the bad stuff happened last August.
And he said it felt great being there.
Good. And he finished 11th in the feature. So would that be his first feature out there?
Could be.
Well, first since his burns. Chad Bauer picked up the modified win. Trent Howland, Street Stocks, and Wayne Buckner picked up the Midwest Compact Touring Series feature win. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Saturday at Fairbury Speedway. Bobby Pierce picking up the win there. Friday's action at Farmer City was cut short due to rain, and they finished up that program on Monday night. Brandon Shepard picking up that $25,000 win, and that was part of my problem this week. I've gotten nothing done because there's been racing on every night of the week, starting with Monday there. The Tezos All-Star Circuit of Champions Sprint Cars last weekend, Friday at Jacksonville Speedway. Hunter Schurenberg picking up the win. Saturday night at Wilmot Raceway, Tyler Courtney, the winner there. World of Outlaw NASA Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Friday, it was the Morgan Cup at Williams Grove. Actually, the Morgan Cup scheduled for Friday and Saturday. Brad Sweet picking up the win. Friday night, rain canceled the final night in the Morgan Cup at Williams Grove, and that will not be rescheduled.
Aw.
ARCA Menard Series in action Saturday. Jesse Love.
What?
No, that was from 2 weeks ago. Someone forgot to
Okay.
take that off there. Truck Series, Friday night. Christian Eckes picking up the Buckle Up South Carolina 200 at Darlington. Saturday, it was Kyle Larson having a great battle with John Hunter Nemechek on the final lap of the Shriners Children's 200 at Darlington in the Xfinity Series. Did you see that?
A little controversy there.
Was there controversy?
Yeah.
I know that coming off the final corner, it looked like Larson bounced off the wall, and Nemechek was on the inside and got into him. Nemechek went into the inside wall, ended up coming to a stop before the finish line. But, pretty exciting stuff there. And then more controversy on Sunday. Again, I didn't watch any of these. I had a busy weekend, unfortunately. William Byron ended up picking up the win in the Goodyear 400 in overtime at Darlington after Ross Chastain and Kyle Larson had a little bit of a altercation on a restart with just a few laps remaining. Took each other out. I guess Larson went on and finished. But and then there was Some rumblings about Ross Chastain again. Mr. Hendrick wasn't too pleased, and
Scott, if you pick out any single event, Ross Chastain is sometimes a victim, sometimes he's a little aggressive, but if you start putting all of those together, I think he needs to settle down just a bit.
And it sounds like that's what his owner is saying as well.
Right.
Needs to settle it down just a bit. NTT IndyCar Series action Saturday. Alex Palou picked up the GMR Grand Prix at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. Now they switch gears, and things are looking forward to the Indianapolis 500.
The whole month of May.
Is it next weekend? Is it Memorial Day weekend already?
29th and 30th, so 2 weeks.
A week from this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend will be Sunday's the 21st. I know that for a fact.
So the next week after that is, oh, wow.
Yep.
It's going quick. And Kyle Larson was out there at practice this week and talked about being excited and a little nervous.
Apprehensive.
For making his Indianapolis 500 debut next year, 2024. So looking forward to that. And I'm assuming he's going to be doing the double that day. First time anybody's done that in quite a while.
I think Tony Stewart was it, wasn't he?
Was he the last?
I think.
Remember him and what's his face? He's like a road racer or rally racer guy now. I can't remember. He drove the singular car, 30-something. Anyway.
Yeah.
There's been a few that have tried it. And nobody's really had any.
Tony said it was tough.
Success. I could imagine. That's 1,100 miles?
Yeah.
500, 600. Yeah.
Flying from.
No, I'm just talking racing. That's just racing.
But Tony Stewart got IVs flying from Indy back to Charlotte and to get him hydrated.
Other action going back to last week, the Thursday Castrol Flow Racing Night in America at Lincoln Speedway. Hudson O'Neal picking up the win there. Tuesday night, I was watching, Tuesday night I was watching the High Limit Sprint Car Series, but Tuesday night, the Castrol Flow Racing Night in America was at Marshalltown Speedway. Hudson O'Neal picked up the win again. Also Tuesday night, High Limit Sprint Car Series, Kyle Larson picking up his first win in that series, that at Wayne County Speedway, pretty good race. Wednesday night was another Castrol Flow Racing Night in America. That was at Davenport Speedway. That's a fun track to watch. It's pretty wide. Dennis Erb Jr. picking up the win there. I believe they're there tonight, too, aren't they? So we'll have to wrap this up, and it'll be the fourth night in a row this week I'll be watching racing. Wednesday also at North Wilkesboro. Yeah. This is a big weekend for North Wilkesboro, the revival. The ASA Stars feature last night, won by Bubba Pollard. Cars, late model stock cars. Brendan Queen picking up the win there, and the Pro Late Models, the Car Series Pro Late Models winner Augie Grill and Katie Hedinger finished in the 5th position, former guest on the show.
Good race.
Was it?
Shoot. And
no racing tonight, Dave says. I thought I heard there was racing tonight. Okay, I guess we don't have to hurry then.
Well, Mr. Cameron would know.
He would know. He would be the guy. I was thinking Tuesday night it would have been nice to have multiple screen. Actually, last night I could have watched North Wilkesboro too.
You can split screen.
I only have the one screen account. So. Yeah. DCR Graphics, give them a call. They do full wraps starting at just $350. They also do banners, stickers, die casts, like our little race car up on the monitor there. Here, we'll just,
where'd it go?
It's right there. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there.
Oh, it's the number 8 this week.
It is the number 8 this week. I wanted you to see the 35 side, so
I see. Okay.
That's why we did that. But yeah, they do those die-cast cars. They can do custom cars. There we go. Stickers, anything you need, pretty much. Give them a call. Give Dale a call. 419-308-9523. They also have the official Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers for just $5. They'll mail them out to you, or you can pick them up at the track from them. Saturday nights at Oakshade, if weather ever cooperates. Again, check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/DCR Graphics or Again, you can call 419-308-9523. And, of course, Ron Miller Race Cars up there in Lambertville, Michigan. He's got race cars. Do you have race cars for sale? You sold all those.
Anything's for sale.
Okay. Your car's for sale?
Could be.
Parts, safety equipment, service, broken weld, fixing, pretty much everything a racer needs. Give him a call, 734-856-7223. Did you have you were going to make you said you were going to make an announcement after you had thing. I don't know if you had that
I
yet.
had a doctor's appointment.
Did you? Are you ready for an announcement on that?
An orthopedic surgeon's announcement. Yeah. He said, boy, your shoulder is a mess. Yeah, there's a lot of issues going on. I'm going to have surgery on my right shoulder on June 6th. And I asked him if racing would be okay until then. And he said, probably not.
What about after then?
I might be ready around the 1st of August.
Okay. So it's not a total...
No, the summer is not a washout, and I definitely will be seen at racetracks in the area.
And your shoulder will be better then?
All better.
Okay. And what's your car going to be doing in the meantime then?
Same thing it's been doing, sitting in the trailer.
Okay.
Right where it's been since the hangover race New Year's Day.
Oh, we got some racing news here, and then we'll give away some big deals.
Latest racing news.
So Knoxville Raceway was scheduled to host a night of sprint car racing on Saturday night. However, rain flooded the infield and canceled those plans. Emerson Axum was en route to the speedway, and just after the program was called, his toter caught on fire. Did you see the pictures?
I did. Quite the mess.
Yeah, from the photos he posted to his Twitter account, it appeared that the damage was limited to the living quarters, the tow vehicle. It didn't look like it got the trailer or any of his race cars. The important stuff, right?
Right. Old pickup truck could get it to the racetrack.
Yeah. It looks like, so all that was good, and nobody got hurt, so that's also good. Axum competes in the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship and sits third in driver standings. So hopefully he can get a replacement hauler until he can get that fixed. Brandon Thurlby Racing announced on Tuesday that Kyle Busch will be running their Longhorn at the Dan Soleil Ed Vanderwyn Woodtick on August 5th up there at Merritt Speedway.
Wow. Kyle Busch won his 600 micro sprint race last night at Millbridge.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Green to checker.
Kind of cool to see Kyle Busch up there competing at the Woodtick.
Yeah.
Due to the projected weather forecast, Attica Raceway... Here, we'll make this breaking news. Due to the predicted forecast for tomorrow, which we will have complete details here in the weekend weather pit stop momentarily, Attica Raceway Park officials, in cooperation with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series officials, have made the following alterations. I almost said altercations. Alterations to the Friday, May 19th program in order to get the World of Outlaw portion of the program completed in its entirety. The World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars will be the only division running. The 305 sprints, originally scheduled for a 1,200 to win show, will be postponed and made up on Friday, May 26th. So that'll be next week.
You were talking about World of Outlaws and altercations. There have been a couple of sprint car altercations.
Get to that.
Yeah.
The evening start time at Attica has also been moved up. 5:45 for hot laps and racing. Heat races will start at 7 p.m. Previously it was 7:45, so they're going to start a little earlier there.
And they better bust their butts to get it done.
Gates will open at 3 p.m. Here's what I'm thinking, though. I mean, I'm okay with that, but why wipe out the 305s? Maybe just run the complete World of Outlaw show first, and then have the 305s
but Scott, that wouldn't be fair. If they're anticipating rain, let's say at 9 o'clock.
But if it doesn't rain?
But if it does rain,
all right,
then those guys being moved to the end of the show, they've towed all the way. They've spent a lot of money.
Yeah, I gotcha. That
so
makes sense.
Giving them their show on another date is a fair thing to do.
Chase Briscoe and Kyle Strickler will run the Double Down Showdown featuring the Extreme Outlaw Midget Series at Millbridge Speedway next week.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there are a lot of big-name drivers hitting Millbridge all the time. That's May 23rd and 24th. What is that? That's Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe. I don't have a calendar in front of me, I'm guessing. Whatever May 23rd and 24th is, middle of next week. Yep. Chase Johnson was not a fan of Cole Macedo, speaking of altercations.
Yeah. At the sprint car altercation.
Peter Murphy Classic this past Friday night in NARC 410 sprint car action at King Speedway out in California, home state of Cole Macedo. Here's what happened. Check this out.
But we've got trouble erupting in turns 3 and 4. Red is out, and it involves several drivers that were running among the top 5.
Cole
Macedo and Chase Johnson. Oh, great shot off. We got some fists over here. We got some unhappy. Wow. If you're at home right now on Flow Racing, you got the shot. Chase Johnson. Now we got the fire and safety crew over there. Wow. Tempers are running high here night 1 of the Peter Murphy Classic.
So how did night 2 go, Scott?
I don't know. That's all I could find. I think I looked on Johnson's social media, couldn't find anything else. Just that he did all right. I think he finished better on I think 5th or maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. One last bit of news here. Gary Lindahl, voice of Flat Rock Speedway and Toledo Speedway, posted an update on his. It was heart surgery, didn't he? It was about a month ago.
Yeah.
He posted an update on his heart surgery recovery this morning. It sounds like everything is progressing well, and he plans to visit Flat Rock Speedway next week.
All right.
So I don't know if that means he's going to be at the track just hanging out, if he's going to be talking on a microphone a little bit.
I can't imagine. Not, but if there's microphones involved, you have a hard time keeping him away.
This is true. That's it for our racing news. No Hammer Down hotline this week. If you do like to leave a message,
come on, folks,
something
step
for us
up.
to talk about, or you have an opinion on something, feel free to call or text. If you don't have to call, you can just leave a message. 419-318-3081. If you're scared of talking to a live person, don't worry. Nobody's going to talk to you because it's all automated.
Or you can text.
419-318-3081. And as long as we get it before like 5 o'clock on the day of the show, we'll play it back or talk about it or whatever. We do have some pizza to give away, though. Ooh. Yeah. Big D's Pizza is good. And I'm stalling to find this box.
How many?
So last week's how many was how many late miles will be at Oakshade on Saturday. And you know what? I forgot to type this in while there was something that I forgot to do. So in the meantime, think about this. We'll think about this week's how many. It's for tomorrow night. How many Outlaws are going to be at Attica on Friday
Raceway
night?
Park.
Yes, tomorrow night. How many World of Outlaw sprint cars will be in action if they do hot laps? If they get all the way through hot laps, then that counts.
Okay.
As long as they get through all cars.
So as long as all the cars get on the track
for hot laps.
For whatever reason.
However many number of cars will get on the track for hot laps or are checked in and do hot laps.
Okay.
Even if they sit that out.
Looks like there were a lot of pessimists last week, Scott.
There were not as many as you'd think, really. Actually, and a lot of these are in here from last week, so I don't have to type them all again. Of course, Dean Henry was one of those pessimists. So I just got to get rid of this. We're going to have to spin the Big D's Pizza Wheel to find out the winner from last week. Here we go. I think we just have the 4.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
No, that you were looking at the wheel from the week before that we had to spin. No, now everybody that's on this wheel has a 25% chance. Actually, technically, it's a 33% chance because Dean, just because he's on the wheel does not mean that he.
I've got a question, Scott.
Yeah.
Could the winner trade in his pizza for maybe one of the other specialties, or does the winner have to get a pizza?
That's up to Dean, really.
Ooh.
I don't know. They can discuss that with Dean, or Dean can let us know there in the comments.
kind of like, let's make a deal.
But as of right now, this is for a Big D's Pizza, 30 days to claim it. There are your 4 correct guessers from last week. Joshua Schoenauer, Matt Swander, John Young, and Dean Henry. They all picked 0. They were the pessimists. And actually, Josh wasn't the pessimist. He was at the car show I was at, or the Touch a Truck event I was at. And he was there when I got the call from Pam saying they were canceling. And he's like, well, I guess I can't enter the how many. I'm like, well, I believe the rules were until 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
You can enter. And if you were smart, you'd wait until, the deadline there, because that could happen. So shortly after that happened, he entered, and he's eligible to win. So here we go. We're going to spin the Big D's Pizza Wheel. Find out which of our folks here, and John Young, he never wins. That's all he needs is another pizza. Well, congratulations, John Young. You have yourself another Big D's Pizza. And he goes there, and he gets his Big D's Pizza. Although he does bring it back. So, I mean, It's not bad that he wins, I suppose. So, congratulations. John Young, you have 30 days to pick up a D's Pizza. So, again, back
and the guys at Hammerdown can be bribed.
Yes. And let me switch back real quick. I want to give my pizza to Dave if I win. Oh, okay.
All right.
That would have been, that's fine. How about Oakshade tickets or Toledo Speedway? Well, if I had them, we'd probably give them away. Looks like we already got some guests here. I sent you a better shot of the fight. It was Dean that brought that fight with Cole Macedo.
Oh, okay.
To my attention. So again, we mentioned this week's how many World of Outlaw sprint cars at Attica on Friday night. If you want to get in on that, just put your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. Either one, that'll get you entered. Have to do it before gates open at 3, I believe. So do that before.
I think we ought to go with noon on this because things are really.
Think so?
Yeah.
Because of the weather.
Yep.
All right, we'll give you till noon. So if you're listening early Friday morning, you still have time as long as it's before noon Eastern time. Hit up our Facebook page or the YouTube channel and get your guess in of how many sprint cars you think are going to be there. And speaking of which, you picked 2732 for the late models, so you get to go first this week. Congratulations, by the way.
Well, okay.
Let me help you out. Here's some of the guesses. 0, 27, 38, 38, 30 so far.
Scott, I got to go with 35.
35?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I got to go with 34.
Ooh.
34.
I think you went on the wrong side, but.
Well, if it rains, if the rains come a little early.
I don't think
right.
No, they will get things away.
They did a great job last week in the show. So. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend.
This weekend's big
menu. Oops, apparently I clicked on it twice. Let's try.
This weekend's Big D's Pizza Racing Menu.
Milan tomorrow night. It's the Run for the Rabbit featuring NRA 360 Sprints, UMP Modifieds, and Thunderstocks, and the Dirt Track Truck Series. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:30. General admission is $12 there at Milan. And of course, we mentioned Attica Raceway Park. It's Missler Engines Classic, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, $10,000 to win tomorrow night. Gates open at 3. Racing will start at 7 p.m. So make sure you make note of that. It's not 7:45, so if you get there at 7:45, you're probably going to miss most of the heat races.
Yeah.
There before 7, you probably won't get a good seat either if you get a seat at all.
It will be
I think they do
packed.
have reserved seats there, too. And as of earlier today, there were still some reserved seats available that I believe you can reserve on Attica website, AtticaRacewayPark.com. $35 for general admission there tomorrow night at Attica. Flat Rock Speedway. It's the Dutch Boy 150 featuring the Armard Series East. Figure 8s will also be in action, street stocks, and there's going to be fireworks. That was breaking news.
Ooh, fireworks.
They just announced that today. Yeah, they're going to have fireworks.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it doesn't suck. Not charging anymore for that, so cool. Gates open at 4, racing at 7 at Flat Rock. General admission $25. Rain date is Sunday at 1 o'clock. Should they get rained out, they will come back the next day at 1 o'clock for the Dutch Boy 150. I think they're going to be good on Saturday. Oakshade Raceway, going to try and get opening night in this Saturday night with the Late Model Sportsman Super Stocks and the Compacts. Gates open at 4, racing at 7, general admission $14 there. Fremont Speedway, it's Great Lakes Truck Centers night featuring the Attica Fremont Championship Series 410 sprints, 305 sprints, and the dirt trucks. Gates open at 4, racing at 7, general admission $18 at Fremont. Sandusky Speedway, it's free night. Originally, it was $1 night, and then it was the first 200 people were free, and then it was the first 500 some are free. Now it's everybody's free. $1 hot dogs, $1 pops, $1 beer. Pure Stocks in action, as well as the Renegades, Beginner Stock, and All-American Iron. Gates open at 4, racing at 7 o'clock. And again, it's free. So, I mean, what else can you do that's free?
I don't know.
That's pretty cool. Go out and watch the races, and it's free. Some of the sponsors that helped out with that, apparently I don't have all of them since it's all free now, but when it was 583 fans, it was... the Ohio Wheelman Series, National Compact Touring Series, is it Slyman? Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, Ram, WB Racing, Top Cleaners in Ohio, Top Cleaners Ohio, Sandusky Speedway Graphics and Trophies, Sharp Racing, and Fade Racing.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm sure there's more. Yeah, that's cool coming
Thanks
together.
for the support on that, folks.
Butler Motor Speedway on Saturday night. It's 4-in-1 show. Featuring the 410 sprints, UMP modified street stocks, 4 cylinders. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7:30. General admission $15 there, and Eldora Speedway and Family Fireworks night. So 2 tracks with fireworks.
Right.
Family Fireworks night there at Eldora. USAC D2 midgets, UMP modified super stocks. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7:30 there, and general admission just $10 at Eldora. Other series action this weekend and into next week include the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Truck County 50 at 300 Raceway in Farley, Iowa. That's happening tomorrow night, Friday night. Then at 34 Raceway in West Burlington, Iowa on Saturday, May 20th. The Tezos All-Star Circuit of Champions will be at Outlaw Speedway in Dundee, New York on Friday. And Fonda Speedway in Fonda, New York on Saturday, May 20th. Weedsport Speedway on Sunday, and Bridgeport Motorsports Park in Bridgeport, New Jersey, a week from tonight, Thursday, May 25th.
Amazingly, I've raced at 2 of those.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, you lived in New York.
I did. Company I was working for had me transfer over there. Fonda was my home track. Weedsport was a really good track. Enjoyed both of them.
World of Outlaw Kate's Construction Late Model Series will be in action at the Marion Center Raceway in Marion Center, Pennsylvania on Friday. Late Model Speed Palace Showdown at Port Royal Speedway over there in Pennsylvania on Saturday. New York State Line Showdown at State Line Speedway in New York on Tuesday, May 23rd. And then Battle at the Border at Sharon Speedway in Hartford, Ohio on Thursday through Saturday. That's next week. May through the 27th. World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. We mentioned Attica Raceway Park tomorrow night, and then Sharon Speedway in Hartford, Ohio on Saturday, May 20th. And NASCAR action. Historic North Wilkesboro this weekend. The Truck Series racing the Tyson 250 at North Wilkesboro Speedway on Saturday. That'll be at 1:30 on FS1. The Cup Series will have their All-Star Heat races at North Wilkesboro Speedway Saturday night at 7 o'clock. That will be on FS1. And then the All-Star Open at North Wilkesboro Speedway Sunday at 5:30 p.m. And the All-Star Race at 8 p.m. All that's going to be on FS1.
And it could be fun racing, Scott, with all the improvements they've made there.
And it's North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Short track racing.
History.
Absolutely. So what's that weekend weather pit stop looking like, Mr. Miller?
Scott, Friday's going to be just fine. There'll be some rain moving in the upper Midwest after dark. So let's call it 9 o'clock before any rain hits. Overnight and into Saturday morning, we're going to see a half an inch of rain. which shouldn't be a problem for most tracks. But if that half-inch turns into 3/4 of an inch, it could be problems for some of the Saturday night tracks.
So how much are we getting? I want an exact amount.
I'm going out
Quarter.
3/8, less than a half.
Okay. That's it. Dean has a comment here. I'm giving you pizza to the winner for you to Scott.
That's TWO, not TO, Scott. That means
For you two.
yeah.
I'm
that,
giving
that,
a pizza
that means
to the winner for you
that
two,
means Scott and
comma
Ron.
Scott. Is that what is that?
Yeah. Don't go stealing my half of the pizza, dude.
What?
What?
What? I like the pizza boats out there, man. This stuff's good.
I do too.
That's it for this edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report. Thanks to associate producer Dave Kimmer, contributor John Young. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube as well. Maybe someday we'll make money from our YouTube stuff. I'm not going to rely on retiring off of that, but every little bit counts. Make sure to support our sponsors as well, like Big D's and Freeze Frame and Oakshade and all these guys, DCR Graphics, Headhunters Barber Studio and Salon. Thanks to them, we can do this. This costs money to do. As long as I'm not losing money, I'll keep doing that. This is pretty much the way I like it.
And just for everybody's information, surgery is June 6th. Race shop may be closed for a couple of days.
What?
I'll be
There's
there.
no excuse.
I will be there selling parts, and we have some very qualified personnel to take care of the shop order. So don't worry, we'll be there.
Don't forget to listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, whatever you prefer. Spreaker, we're on all of them. Check us out at hammerdownracing.com. You can buy Hammer Down Racing Report shirts from there.
Hats?
I don't remember if I have hats. It's been a while since I looked at the store. I don't remember what's on. If not, I can always make one and add it to it. If you want to be a sponsor, there's information on there as well. Make sure to rate and review us. Share us with your friends. Probably should mention
that's
that
how
at the
we
beginning.
can catch up with Ryan Missler.
It
Rate
is?
and review us.
Oh, yeah. Thanks again to our sponsors, DCR Graphics, Big D's Pizza, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Headhunters Barber Studio, and Salon. Thanks again also to Ryan Missler for joining us tonight. Next week, we'll be back with another fun and exciting show. 7 o'clock. We'll find out. I like to wait till the weekend's over and figure out who we're going to have on, see who made some news, who did some cool stuff. Yeah. So we'll have...
catch them while they're hot.
There you go. So we'll see you this week. Get out and support your local racetrack or a couple of them if possible. It's even better. Tom, should we go?
I think.
I guess we're not in a hurry anymore because there's no racing on tonight.
Racing.
I'm disappointed. All right, we'll see you next week. We're out.
See you, folks.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.